GingerGM.
Let's just try to concentrate on the game for now. I decided I'm going to play the Java London system today. So those of you who brought my course, well, it might be good for you. Now, this is a line I actually played against Fiddler in some Blitz tournament a while back, and I got quite a decent position. But I don't know how to follow up against this obvious move here. I've changed the pieces as well. I'm not sure I like these pieces. I might have to change them back. Get my excuse in early. Okay, so I want to play g5, but my rook's badly placed. So what is the right setup to play here? Knight here. My opponent just takes. Do I play g5 anyway? Not sure. Strange. This is one of the lines I'm not so used to. I'm spending a lot of time. My first game's always like, you know, get into the stride a bit. h6 seems like a very sensible move. Okay, I'm going to go g5 anyway, but I'm going to have to take with a bishop in this position. I kind of want to take with a pawn, but bishop takes is probably okay. And now, like I say, hello to everyone in the chat. I hope you're all doing okay. I'll try to keep an eye on the chat in between rounds. Maybe rook g1 or something. It's quite an interesting position because both our kings may have some issues. I mean, neither of us are really going to castle kingside. My opponent now trying to close down this area of the board, and I'm going to just play it quite solid. So maybe black's going to castle queenside in this position. That would seem pretty logical. And I'm going to just try, where should this knight go? Maybe here, finish my development first, and then decide upon a plan. Maybe knight e5 is interesting here. Something like this could be a way to proceed. G7's a bit weak, but my bishop's in the way, and if I take here, bishop takes is okay. So I'm thinking knight here, takes here, takes here, but then there's a queen b4 check. Okay, so this is interesting because now I have some chances to sacrifice on this square, potentially. Well, I'm gonna, I think, put my bishop here just to give me chances to sacrifice on both of these two squares if the opportunity arises. My bishop couldn't come to d3 anyway. Okay, very good square for my opponent's knight, and we will take here now. Not sure how much I like the way I've played this opening, I have to be honest here. And I have to stop this queen b4 as well. These sacrifices just don't seem to work at the moment. This knight's very strong. Yeah, I'll have to look at this opening, won't I? My memory is so much worse than it used to be, so I better check up. You know, when you get lines nowadays, it's good to double check them. Okay, now I can take here. Oh, let's just do it, shall we? Let's just do it. I get a couple of pawns for the exchange. Looks quite interesting, but my opponent's knight is so strong. So let's see how this turns out. And now I want to go knight here, but then after queen takes here, it's a little bit unclear. Okay, let's do it anyway, because otherwise that knight is just too strong. I know I'm going to give up my h pawn. I have to get rid of this knight though. I don't like this knight here. And obviously queen takes h4 is the best move here. I don't think I can do anything except for take here. And what is this position now like? Interesting position. My opponent seems to be quite weak, have a quite weak king, because she hasn't quite had the opportunity to castle. So that's kind of what I'm banking on anyway. But how do we take advantage of this? Maybe there's not an easy way. Castling. I think I have to try to get my last rook into the game. I mean, I could have attacked the knight, but then rook e8 doesn't. Okay, so now I can attack the knight, and I think she has to go rook e8. So I can say I've gained maybe some small bit of time there. Just a bit worried about this in b4. I'm not really creating many threats here. Strange position. I can't get into the position. This is the problem. I'm gonna swap queens actually, which I don't really want to do because the knight might come in here later on. So not entirely sure. Again, I'm still that happy with this position, and now the knight is threatening to come in here. But if it does, I have rook there. Endings are generally okay. So rook to g8. And endings are okay when you have the rook. This is like the general rule when you're playing against the two minor pieces. But I'm saying okay. I might not. Only okay. It's certainly not better for me unless I can win this one. My king can try to come around here. Maybe I can go for that. But maybe I'll allow my opponent to come around this way as well. What is it? Do we get 1 second to move here? I haven't really had a chance to check the time. The time control. Anyone? 49. Okay, let's move and see. Okay, are we getting 1 or 2 seconds to move? I have to check that. We're either getting 1 or 2 seconds a move. Now I'm thinking my king can come to e5 to increase the pressure here. 2 seconds, I think. Okay, that's quite a good. It's quite a good time limit to me. Okay. We don't want to draw, I feel. We're going to have to move a bit quicker. My king is very dominant. Let's do this to try and play for the win, yeah? Try to use this e-pawn to come through. I can also try to attack these pawns as well, which I will do now. And she's defending. Looks very passive for her, but she is defending. How do we make progress here? She's got a bit of a blockade. I don't think I'm threatening this move because of check. So this hasn't really helped me. I'm trying to force her knight to a bad square. Is her knight on a worse square now? Maybe. Because I had the back rank. Very interesting ending, yeah? Very interesting ending. Very hard to win this ending. I've got to play e6. Can I play e6 now? Well, I can do this, then e6. Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to get everything into position. Got to move quicker, haven't I? Jesus. Ah. I'm making a meal of this. Got to play e6. I've got to play e6. Don't like that move though. Bloody tense game. Okay, we got one. We have got one. That really helps my position greatly, because now e6 ideas become much stronger. Like next move, e6. And now the king and pawn endings should be winning. I hope. Should be winning. Definitely winning. Definitely winning. Okay. Oh, that was quite tough though, yeah? Oh. That was a tough game. Oh. That was a tough game there. 2 seconds a move. Okay, it's quite nice to have 2 second increment. Hello to everyone who's come and joined the stream. Just streaming the Lyon International Open 5-minute event. 5 minute plus 2 seconds a move. No, 3 minute plus 2 seconds a move. I like that time limit. It's normally Entitled Tuesday 1 second a move, but gives you a little bit more chance to think. And I need that extra time to think nowadays. So there are 10 rounds. That's round 1 over there. Oh, we don't want to go to that. Lots of good players. The top 8 players, they go into a knockout at the end of this. So we will see if we can get to the top 8. Might not be easy. My opponent low rated there, but she hung on very well. Maybe played a little bit passively in some parts of the game. My opening I don't think was extremely impressive there. I'm just wondering, that h6 seems to be a good move. I'll have to double check my chessable course, won't I, to see what I'm supposed to play there. So yeah, and let's just say who's in the chat. So hello to subscribers and non-subscribers. Desert Storm, glad you're liking the Nick Pert DVD. Hello Fire Breathing Dragon, Adnet Soul, Xander Diesel, Merry Hatman, of course, Curly Tall Guy, everyone. If I've missed your name out, I'm sorry. Sandy Dog, and the rest of you. Okay. It was quite an interesting ending, that. I mean, I don't know if I was necessarily better in that ending. Probably not. But the rule is the knight and bishop, if we just have a look, the knight and bishop or 2 minor pieces are very good against the rook early in the game and in the middle game. But in the ending, generally, the rook is better. The rook is a better piece. That is a general thing in the ending. So especially if you've got a passed pawn. But the problem there was this passed pawn was quite blocked. So there was a number of opportunities where I could have played e6, but I wanted to win a pawn first because that ending we just saw, I wasn't sure if it was winning if I hadn't won the a6 pawn. I don't know if this position is winning. My opponent maybe could have defended more accurately, but it's very tough to defend such positions. Very tough to defend such positions when you're always on the back foot. So let's just see if we can get an update. The next round should start very soon. Thank you to anyone who's donating, subscribing. I've got this thing in the way, so I can't actually see what you guys are. Thank you for the subs, Shadow Knight and Lost Johnny. For the bits, Shadow Knight, thank you for the subs, Lost Johnny. Anyone else who subscribes, thank you, thank you a great deal. It all supports the stream if you subscribe, donate, buy something for the GingerGM shop, buy one of my chessboard courses. It all helps. Okay, so we're just waiting for the next game. She was born in 2008. She has a chess attack named after her when she was only 7 years old. Don't scare me now. Good thing you told me that after the game. Otherwise, I'd be very scared. Is the Killer Alakine a chessboard course? Well, I wouldn't be advertising a chessboard course by a different author, would I? That would just not make much sense. It's a GingerGM course. It'll be on sale only for 20. Really looking forward to this one, actually. Only for £20, and it's about 7 hours long, so it's a bargain. And the reason I'm really looking forward to this one, which should be out in a week if you keep a check on GingerGM, is that the presenter Roland from Holland has his own Twitch channel, Grandmaster. His work on the Leningrad Dutch DVD for GingerGM was phenomenal. It was really, really good and exciting. And I'm expecting the Alekhine to be the same. I know he's given a big chess-based file with it and loads of other stuff. So we will see the quality of it. It should be very interesting to see it. I'm sure it's going to be great. I haven't checked it yet, but I'm looking forward to that one. Okay, now I've been playing the Sicilian, but I kind of lost quite badly to Karyakin. No real feat there in the Sicilian. So I decided today I'm going to go back to my main openings with black, the French and the Dutch. Now, I do honestly, just trying to think what to play in this position. This is confusing me a little bit. I do honestly prefer the Dutch to any other opening. I love playing the Dutch, but the French I've always played throughout my life, so it's quite an interesting opening. Now, this is a move I played against TigrVSlyape person, and the idea is to take on this square. So my opponent stepping out of that one, and now I'm wondering if I can get rid of my opponent's strong bishop on d3. So I'm just going to try to exchange off. This piece is really annoying. If I ever castle kingside, there's the typical Greek gift idea of sacrificing here. So I want to at least get rid of it or get my bishop to a good diagonal. Okay, so my opponent is simply playing on this area of the board, and I'm going to prepare queenside activity here to counter that. I'm hoping some knight b4 after an exchange on d4 will give me adequate play here. I'm playing a Russian Grandmaster, Sergio, probably another bloody genius. I do play the Black Lion quite a lot. I play many openings, but I like in different tournaments playing one opening and stick to it. And this tournament, I just said I'm going to play the French defense. So there you go. Okay, now probably taking here is correct. Can I generate some threats with this move, or is my opponent simply going to castle here? Castles. Queen d3. I'm going to play this because another thing strategically, which is quite beneficial, is an exchange of queens can help. Maybe I can even play rook c2 if king g2. My opponent clearly trying to play this move here. It's now tempting me into the position. Queen d3 is my first thought in this structure. Forcing the exchange of queens, gaining a very comfortable game. And I think that is what I'm going to do. These structures, I always feel that the exchange of queens in the French defense is a good thing, because black has no pawn weaknesses, but white has this pawn here, which cannot be defended by another pawn, but can generally be quite easily attacked. So by exchanging queens, I gain that activity. Now, rook c2, I mean, is a bit over the top. Let's keep it simple. Does my knight have to go back? No biggie if it does. I don't want to get it trapped. I can try to come over here and into these two squares. And this position should be equal at least. At least I've equalized comfortably. Now here is very interesting. Allowing... But I'm a little bit passive over on this side of the board. Do I just keep this simple? I want to play knight here. Takes rook c1 though. How is this position going to turn out for me? Something a bit smelly about that. We don't do that. b5, knight b6. Okay, then king d7. Not sure I'm picking the right path here, to be entirely honest. Because when I go king to d7, this move is actually quite annoying. My opponent trying to open me up. I have to keep it closed over there. I'm not sure I mean, if I can get developed, I think I'm better now. If I can get some moves in, I think I'm better. Because I also have more targets on the queen side to attack. But it depends, yeah, on this pressure, of course, that is being exerted now. Okay. I'm hoping this is okay. Now knight here, or bishop e7. I've always got knight there, so let's not risk it. King d7, knight a5 is my key move. This is my key move, but I want to do it when I can take on c1 with my rook. Maybe I should just be playing it immediately, but it seems like my opponent has more pawn weaknesses than me in this position. So I like my position. This is a good French. Okay, now he's coming here, stopping my potential maneuver. Okay, well I'm gonna do this, and I have to decide whether I'm gonna go here or not now. I don't know. Knight here. Okay, let's come on. Let's play a bit more aggressively. Speed up time as well. B3 is the base of the pawn structure. These two pawns here and here are the base of my opponent's pawn structure. And when you're trying to find targets, you often want to try to attack the base because they can't be defended by other pawns. So that's what I've been trying to do, attack the base of the pawn structure here. But I'm going to have to move quicker, and this is where I get quite bad when I have to speed up my play. I'm not very confident playing with little time, but that's why I'm quite happy it's 2 seconds added on per move here. Okay, now if I come back, it's a draw, so we have to come in if we want to try to win. Only way to try and win. Come in, come forwards. Now, do I have to retreat now? Time is not my friend. Neither my opponent's friend. Let's hope my rook doesn't get trapped. That'd be rather frustrating. One possible. Possible, but maybe not good. Just keep it simple. I feel I like my position, but you know, again, still I say I like it. I'm not sure how great it maybe is, but it looks all right. Why didn't I play b3? Come on, man, just get on with it. Now I'll allow my opponent to play knight b3. So, jam it. Yes, get in there, son. Get in there. Look at that beautiful tactic. Oh, there we go. Nice positional game. The good old French defense comes through there. That's more like it. Good stuff. Well, that was all right. Yeah? I mean, we had a bit of pressure. I think my opponent was doing okay there, but I mean, it was never worse for me. I'm pretty sure about that, as long as I played accurately. Just keep it nice and solid. Get the C file. My opponent had these weak pawns, and you can see as soon as I won the B pawn, this pawn becomes very strong. Of course, there's a chance my opponent can defend in those positions, but maybe should defend. But I'm never worse there, so I'm happy with that game. It's nice to play a game like that. And the end tactic is if king takes knight, knight to c3 check wins the game. So my opponent is in trouble here. Takes this one, yeah, is quite the tactical motif of the position here. Yeah, of course. I mean, what I think he should have done. He played in this position. Knight c5 check seemed to be a bad move. I thought my opponent could play knight here. Maybe my opponent's even a bit better if he plays knight here, because he's coming into c5, and well, I don't think he should be better, but because I have knight b, I have this one again, yeah, and I can grab this pawn on a4. So actually, he's still maybe in trouble. There's no reason he should be better. Thinking about it, you know, you just talk yourself out of positions sometimes. He shouldn't be better because I have this lovely passed pawn. My pieces are quite compact. His pawn is weak, so there's no way I should be worse. So in the position, so it's not so easy for him. Not so easy for him. I do like I do like having the extra 2 seconds. That extra second to think is very useful. Okay, so let's have a look. So at the top, remember the top 8 players qualify. 376 players. We're going to have white in the next round, and a lot of people on 2 points here. A lot of good players. You know, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Loads of people, loads of Grandmasters playing. 375, and they're all titled players. They are all titled players on this. So we're in first equal. Woohoo! But it's only going to get tougher. And the way it works, 10 rounds, as we've said, and the top 8 players go into a knockout stage, which would be pretty unbelievable to get in those top eight play situation. But we're a long way away from there. A long way. So some of the big names, we haven't got the top players playing this actually, which is a bit surprising. Well, I say top players, you've got a lot of great players playing, haven't you? Who is Indian lad, by the way? I'm just trying to think who that is. Is that Nihal Sarin or not? Let's have a look. Oh no, it's one of the guys he works with. Very good player. And you got some. Well, Ali Reza has dropped half a point, so that's a bit encouraging. And is that is Jabava. Jabava is playing. Wow, Bardar Jabava is playing. So that is that's pretty cool. There's one of my favorite players. I mean, I'm playing the Jabava system and it's named after Jabava. Yeah, I mean, what can you say to that? So that's pretty cool. And he's dropped half a point as well. So let's have a look at the top now. Is there any games going on? It seems to be quite okay. There's still games going on. Krikor is playing. Krikor I did commentary with on Leon a couple of days ago, which was a pleasure. So Krikor, a very nice guy. And let's have a look how Krikor's getting on here. Oh, he's trying to hold this position, which is a draw. But not anymore, because he's just thrown it away. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's normally a draw, that position, but he had a bit of a bad result there for Krikor. Okay, the board's gone funny. We won't mess around with the boards too much. So we'll just wait for the next game now. It shouldn't be too long. A lot of games, isn't it? 10 games at this level. Loads of games, that is. Loads of games. Time to get a cup of tea. I'm on the tea today. It's very humid in England at the moment. Don't know how you guys are all getting on, but the weather is like... Gingers don't do very well in like humid weather. I want it cold and icy. So yeah, not hot and humid. Okay, come on then. So what's the next game? Is there still games going on? It's one game going on. Ah, well, come on, guys. I know you can't see the board properly here. I can readjust it quickly. Let me readjust it quickly for you. Oh, fucking hell, I hate this one. Always does this, XSplit. The program I use, XSplit. Everyone who streams now uses something called OBS now. It used to be XSplit, but everyone's preferring this program called OBS. And because I learned XSplit, I've never bothered learning OBS, which I probably should do at some point. Let me just get these results back up so you can see what's going on, yeah? Something like that. Let's put that over there. And you can see who's leading the tournament and stuff. I don't know why they're not agreeing to draw here. They're trying to flag. All white has to do is keep his bishop on this diagonal. Oh, he's got to be careful of knight c3, so it is fair enough to play on here. Definitely. If black is able to play knight c3 when the bishop's over there, it's actually winning. Actually quite an interesting ending, isn't it? I think it's a draw, but it's not as easy as I first thought. And now knight c3 wins. He missed knight c3 was winning. Knight c3 was winning there. Black missed a win in that position, yeah? What's he trying to do? He had it right. He just got to get the knight to this square. What's he doing now? He's trying to do something clever, but the king moves now. I think black actually missed a win in this ending. He actually missed a win. This could go on forever. How many moves is this game anyway? 141 moves. So what black needs to do is get the knight to this square when the bishop is over here, and then he's winning. So he's got to put the knight on one of these squares. Then he has a good chance to win this. But okay, so now if the bishop moves, knight c3 is winning. But okay, they've got to draw. 50 move rule. That was close. So the next game should be soon, and we should have the white pieces. We'll probably stick to the Jabava London. Yeah. Okay, we're in. We are in. Let's do the Jabava London again. Even though I didn't get a very good position in the first game, we're going to try it again. Against Carlos from, is that Cuba? Cuba. This is the main line nowadays. This one. Okay, now I'm just trying to remember my theory again. I think this is with castles in e4, the way I suggest that white plays, with some chance of a small advantage, because often in these London system positions you play against a bishop on c8, and my piece is more active than that bishop, so it could probably be another positional game here. I also maybe can play e5 and take here, but that requires some very careful foresight. Okay, my opponent has stopped that plan. So e5 still a possibility. I could just simply take here and try and remember the theory here. I think I just give this simple move. I'm gonna play more positional today. More positional. You're gonna see more positional, Simon. I'm gonna try to play against this pawn. I want to stop bishop g4. Okay, well, can I sacrifice? I say more positional, and the first thing I'm trying to do now is sacrifice. Okay, so have I fallen into something silly? Well, that's a little bit annoying. I didn't really want to allow this move. Okay, I should have been more aware of what was going on there. Because now I've lost this bishop pair, which is not what I wanted. Probably can't claim an advantage. This is a little bit weak, so it's not. My position is certainly not terrible, you know. And I got knight d5, so maybe I can claim an advantage. You can always claim an advantage. Doesn't mean you have an advantage, yeah? Okay, how do we play this then? Knight here, knight comes to this square. I think we go here, keep it very positionally simple. Okay, now I'm going to try to put my bishop on e3 in this structure. My opponent has some squares that my knight can come into here, and The bishop is still bad, actually. Now that my opponent's played f5, I just feel this bishop's can be a very good piece, don't get me wrong. But at the moment, it's a bad piece. So maybe I can claim some small positional advantage here. Okay, now I definitely play this, because my opponent's rook is embarrassing now, yeah? Okay, you might play this move to try and get it out. So do we play knight here? I'm going to play this move because otherwise my opponent plays a5 and the rook comes to a6. I want to keep that rook trapped on the square it's at. But this is a little bit worrying. I'm hoping I can go c3. My opponent trying to... Okay, knight a8 must be the idea. But then I got another... Okay, maybe this... Which one? This one looks so much more natural. Now, knight here, bishop b5 is the problem. So if I take this one, try to play... Okay, we have to play for a grind. I'm definitely a little bit better here. I've got the open file. My opponent has more weak pawns than I have. But it's not anything serious. Just try to keep it nice and simple chess. This and this might be the... Yeah, okay, my opponent's obviously found the best move. The way to create good counterplay. Don't like allowing counterplay like this. This is a bit silly of me. I shouldn't. I don't know. I was dominating the position. I've thrown it away a bit here, so I'm a bit annoyed. Especially with rook f6 coming in. I can't allow this knight to come in, so it's coming this way. I don't know what else I can do. This check is horrible, yeah? How horrible? Horrible. The check's still coming. Oh, Simon, what have you done? You've played this very badly. Very badly. Very nice ending, and I just underestimated the c3. I saw it a little bit too late. Oh, shite. How am I going to stop this pawn from queening? Oh. I don't see how I stop this pawn from queening. Unfortunately, this pawn is queening. Yeah, I just resign. I think here there's nothing going on, so that's annoying, that game. So I'm just gonna have a look at that because I certainly had an advantage and I just threw it away there. So we'll just have a look. Everything was going so well. It was going so well there. And it threw it away. So let's have a look. That was annoying. Frustrating loss when you do everything quite well. My opponent's accuracy, to be fair, is pretty bloody amazing there, even though he must have been worse. I mean, an accuracy like that, 98.6. Bloody hell. I mean, that's That's insane. 98.6 accuracy. Well, okay, I'm not going to be too hard on myself, but my position's great. I mean, look around here. Look at this. I'm nearly a pawn up. Nice positional game. Couple of weaknesses, but then it seems like the only real mistake I made was this rook a7. I start going after this pawn. I should probably play just king around first of all, which I was going to do. Yeah? I was going to play the king around here. Did I have anything even better here? Let's have a look. Well, my advantage is like plus a lot here. So, did I play this all right? Let's have a look. So, this is good. Well, I wanted to play knight on, but then I was like, okay, well, I think I played it all right, but the mistake that I made, I just forgot about this very strong idea. So, I needed to put my king on e2 here. And had I done that, I'd still have a very nice position, because these pawns probably will drop as long as I stop this pawn. So something like here would have been good. And then if f4, as we saw, well, this is certainly no longer that worrying. I like the computer's idea of c3, stop the knight coming in, e3 now. Nah, well, maybe I'm not going to win this position, to be honest. Can I take this one? Maybe it's not so easy, because now black's better. This is a strong idea. Underestimated this. It feels like maybe I'm actually doing something wrong here. So let's go back. So I think here maybe I could play this position better. Rook d6 seems very natural, but can I play this? Maybe I should go knight here and f4. What about f4 first? Okay, I like this move. Ah, the computer likes it as well. The point of this move, I want to stop these pawns, and if I can put my knight on e3, I'm probably just positionally winning, yeah? As in, my opponent has very tough position. For example, if he now takes this one, I've got rid of his one pawn, and look at all these pawns. All these pawns are weaknesses for the ending, and this should be, I'm not sure about winning, but close to winning for me. If my opponent plays e3, which is one way to complicate, then is this pawn weak or strong? Well, let's see. Rook f3, rook here. I've also got my knight coming to e5, so this is really good. This is what I should do. The blockade, definitely. This is a big mistake. I should play f4. So I see the move now. Had I thought about it a little bit more, I think I needed another 10 seconds just to find this move, f4. And then later on, well, it was very hard to defend this position. All of a sudden, my opponent's better when the pawn comes here, so I've totally messed it up now. And my opponent basically played perfect chess, yeah? Basically played perfect chess. This move is a mistake, but what else, you know? My position's so bad, and I'm losing here, of course. But my opponent got nearly 99% accuracy, so I'm not going to be too harsh on myself, even though with that accuracy I was probably still doing well. So obviously playing all right, just missed that f4 move, which is annoying to miss the f4 move. Okay, so that's dropped me down now, and I see someone's saying my opponent's a cheat. I mean, you don't know that at all. He's a Grandmaster, he's a very strong player, but I can guarantee you something. There will be at least one person cheating in this tournament. There always is. It's ridiculous. Nearly every online tournament I've seen recently, someone decides to cheat, no matter if they're a 1200 player or a Grandmaster. It's insane. It's insane. I'm sure my opponent wasn't there. That's not. He played natural. He was a lot worse, wasn't he? His position was pretty terrible. Yeah. I'm always a bit paranoid, so I'm thinking, did he? No, I don't think he did. I'm pretty sure he didn't. But there will be someone in this tournament ruining it for everyone else, which is really, really annoying. Just bound to be. So he was pretty much 99% accuracy, but it was the way he played. He played some very accurate moves. So now we've dropped down a little bit. So remember, it's 10 rounds. I think I'm playing all right, so I'm going to try and qualify. What I mean by that is I'm going to try and get the top 8, but it's going to be very difficult now. I think you need at least 8.5 out of 10 to do that, and because I've lost the game, I'm quite a long way down because there's so many players, and the top 8 players go through to the knockout stages. Hello, anyone else who's joined me in the chat today? I've got another strong player now. Hello to Steely there. So, another very strong Grandmaster here. And at least I'm going to get a Dutch on the board, which I'm quite happy with. A young Ukrainian Grandmaster. They're always pretty scary. The young Ukrainians are scary guys, yeah? Okay, so now I'm just going to... I could play this line as well. No, I'm just going to play normally because a3 can be a loss of a move. He's playing the London system setup, and this is a standard approach for black to play against the London system. I might just try to stop him playing b4. Looks possible, and use this square for my knight. Now normally I feel the knight should be coming to d7 here, because if you ever put it on this square, well, I have my first decision to make, yeah? Pawn or bishop is more sound, pawn is more risky. Okay, well, we'll go risky, fuck it. And now my knight needs to come out, but maybe first we should just play some move like this. My queen would be very good on g5, I think, hitting g2. And if he moves his bishop back, he's most likely to do. It's going to be hard for him to play f3, which is a key move, because then e3 is under pressure. I mean, probably something like this trying to win my pawn here is the key line. If he goes here, I can even go bishop h4. And if he goes here, can I sacrifice on e3 and play like a complete kamikaze? Can I sacrifice on f2? Oh, Jesus. Don't get me carried away with this madness. You shouldn't be thinking about this, Simon. Play something sensible. Oh, and this doesn't quite work, no? Play something sensible. You know you should do. Yeah, okay, I don't think that works. How do I meet this move then? Okay. Strange position. Well, at least I think it's quite strange. I don't know. Can I go c5? Is this stupid? Looks a bit anti-positional. d5. But my opponent hasn't castled, so we'll try it. Maybe I should have played d5. The move I'm worried about is some pawn site with d5, but I don't know. Might not be so stupid, c5. Probably stupid. You always get some interesting positions. Always get some interesting positions in the Dutch. I think there is another English player playing. I think Gawain Jones is playing, by the way. Gawain Jones, extremely strong player. I'm actually okay, so he's taken here. Well, I think now he's got d6. Yeah, this is what if he goes knight here? I can still go a4, can't I? Yes, I can. Now knight here is the real problem, but here bishop d6, bishop e7. I think I have to stop his knight coming to b3. This is just such a strong idea, and I want to play. Okay, so now he's coming on. Strange game, this one. Strange game. Okay. Really want to play d5, but how is this? I think I can sacrifice here. I think I can play this. Oh, he's got bishop d6. Okay, so he's doing it this way around. I want to play this move, but bishop d6, I've just realized, is annoying. Here, bishop d6. Okay, let's develop first, then bishop d6 anyway. Okay, his pieces can't get in the game still, so not sure. Of course he plays this move. Here. Strange position. Yeah, it's a pawn that I've given away though, isn't it? So really want it, but I'm not playing d4 because he's taking here, so my whole plan might just be a bit iffy, you know. Come on. Because now his queen's coming to attack my bishop. Oh dear, not gone well. Okay, some tactics now, which is just what I need at this time of the game to work out some tactics with so little time left. Tough game, this one. I'm not sure he needed to sacrifice, but with so little time on the board. Oh dear. Okay. I'm going to do very well to find any defense here. I think I saw Jerry in the chat earlier as well, so hello Jerry. I forgot to say hello to you, Jerry. But yeah, this is like a problem with this. Do I have to play that? Ugh. Desperate defense by me. Now bishop here, yeah. Oh shit, I didn't even see that one. I didn't see that one either. Okay, he's got me. He's got me. Okay, well that's interesting. I mean, I think I will definitely have a look at that, because the game... Where did I go wrong now? I'm not sure about the c5 move. So anti-positional, isn't it? Why am I playing c5 there? You've got to always try to work out where you went wrong when you lose a game like that, because it wasn't like the game before where I think I played well and I was better. In that game, I was obviously struggling at some point, and I think I was struggling because of the c5 move, which was understandable because I'd given away the d6 square. It was an interesting move, but I don't know. Okay, how do we get... Why is it not doing it properly there? Okay, let's just see if we can do that again. See if we can get a percentage. What do you reckon his percentage is? He reckons my percentage is 29% and his was only 28. Come on. Come on, man. This is not true. So what a load of rubbish. I think I'll just give up on this percentage thing. It's so wrong. Okay, so... Bishop takes e4 is a much safer move when the position is equal. But this is much more interesting. I'm not listening to the computer. The only move I think the computer's got right is c5. I think the computer got that totally wrong there, guys, because I think my opponent played much stronger than that. And I also don't believe... For example, it says in this position that castling kingside is a mistake for me. Look. It says is an inaccuracy. That is not an inaccuracy. I'm sorry. Do you know? How can you call castling the best move in the position a bad move? That is just completely crazy. Completely crazy. You mean, it's been really harsh on me there, isn't it, the computer? Really harsh. What a load of rubbish. Okay, so c5 was a bad move here. This is clear, but maybe in future I'll be taking the safe way in these positions. So I'm leaving the computer on just for a second to see what it says, but what does, yeah, this move was not correct. Definitely not. I leave so many holes in my position. d5 more sensible, but I'm not even sure what about this one? This one is okay. Of course, the computer the computer's gone crazy here. It thinks bishop g3, which doesn't make any sense either. And now castles. And now if I go d6, how's this? It thinks white is practically winning after this move. Really? Maybe. Okay. Well, I think the computer's all over the place here, but I think the way I'm going to have to remember to play these positions is you can't always try to make it interesting. And taking here is okay. Well, Theo's saying bishop d6. Maybe bishop d6 is an interesting move actually. I'm not sure I should have gone a5. And now he takes castles, and then d5. This might be quite an interesting way to play. Yeah. But I think the safest thing to remember in these positions, when you play knight to e4, should I even be playing knight to e4 now? Maybe there's no rush to do this move. But if I go d6, I'm always a bit worried about the knight coming to g5. This is a thing. So let's go back. I'm not sure I should be going a5 either. a5 to me just doesn't feel right. Okay, let him play b4. It's not a problem. Now it thinks knight here is a better move. I actually seem to remember in my in the Leningrad Dutch DVD that Ruland recommends this move. This is what I should play. This is the move that you should play, definitely. Silly me. Okay, so I knew there was something. I think you just got to work out what you want to play. Theo says you told me to play bishop d6 against London. Yeah, well, certain positions are different, Theo, aren't they? I didn't tell you personally, and I said to play bishop d6 in one move, so it's a completely different position. The problem here is I've already gone bishop e7. The London system normally is where they go bishop f4 and move 2. He hasn't played that yet, so it'd be a complete waste of time to put my bishop here in this position. That just looks absolutely stupid. So you can play bishop d6, but you normally only play it if they play, for example, bishop f4 straight away, because then you don't lose a tempo. So there is a big difference. Each position is different. You might have your general rules in chess, but they're not all, they're going to change. You have to remember, rules in chess change. Rules in chess change. Hello, Adam. How you doing, mate? Good to see you in the chat. Good to see you in the chat there. Hope you're doing well, and hope the little Adam is doing well as well. So, what have you been up to recently? You back at work yet, or have you got holidays? Hopefully, more holidays for you, Adam. Let's hope so. Anyway, I think I'm generally happy the way I played this. I'm not worried, but I'm just thinking, what happens if I get this position again? Now, you can play bishop d6. This is a recommendation on some move, but you normally do it straight away. The other recommendation, and I do talk about this, is to play knight to h5. And this is, in this line, I think a better option because he can't put his bishop back here. These are the two main lines, and I do talk about both these moves. So I would, in future, play knight to h5. And let's just follow the computer analysis of the computer castles here. I'm just remembering what is given. Well, d6 looks entirely normal now, and we can play with knight d7, and we're going to take this one, and we're going to put our bishop on f6 as a weak pawn here. This looks absolutely okay. This looks absolutely okay. Summer holidays, Adam. Oh, that's all right. Enjoy your summer holidays. Woohoo! How is Henry doing? Enjoying himself? Are you're all safe in Ipswich? Hope so. Hope you're doing all right. Okay, so 2 disappointing games, unfortunately. So we still got a fair few games to go, but I think qualifying is going to be very hard. We've only got 2 out of 4. So we can get 8 points. So we need to win every game. Let's see if we can get a mad roll of wins going now. Well, you never know. Might be possible. Just the thing to do is learn from your mistakes. I could play bishop d6 in those positions. It's one way to play. But I think in that particular line, where my opponent's played c4, I prefer this knight h5 idea. It's only when you can go bishop d6 in one move where I think it should be played personally. But I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? I like knight h5. So if we get that again, we'll try knight h5. You know what I will do in future, just to another thing I was just thinking in my mind, is that when white wastes this move with a3, which Kramnik has played, I think you can do what I did, which is absolutely fine. But in future, I will play g6 here. And I will actually transpose into a Leningrad, because this is a waste of a move, a3. This is like nothing, yeah? It doesn't really, the only thing it does is really stop this. Maybe later on white goes here, but so what? So I think transposing now into a Leningrad and putting the bishop on g7, which I was considering to do here, would be a much better approach against this. So that's another thing I'm just thinking. You've always got to improve. Always think of improvements when you're playing. Okay. Quite long, these games, aren't they? I mean, there's a long gap in between each game. So we'll wait and see when the next round is. Still loads of games going on. Still loads of games going on. Let's have a look at Ali Reza, shall we? See how he's getting on. Oh, there you go. He won. And he beat Gukesh, who... Wasn't he, Gukesh, the youngest ever Grandmaster, I think? Is that right? I think Gukesh was the youngest ever Grandmaster. How are things in Ireland as well, Jerry? I wonder how it's all getting over, Captain Bunratty. I know in England the pubs opened about 2 weeks ago, and I'm actually going to go down tomorrow for the first time. A little bit scary, you know, with this COVID, but we got a table booked outside, so should be all right. Me, Blair, and Gary. So that should be quite fun. But don't know. It's not back to normal yet everywhere in the world, that's for sure, and I don't think it will be for a very long time, maybe never again. So, any more games going on? Come on. Let's get the next round. I want to get a win on the board now. I'm starting to think down the star, Adam. Down the star. Down the star, Adam. Down in the star. That's the one. Okay, so all the games are finished. It should be round 5 now. We need to win this one, definitely, to try to get into a plus score. We'll stick with the Jabava London. I got a good position the last game against a very strong Grandmaster. So we can do that. And we're going to do the main line again. Bishop f4. And now we had this kind of thing in the first game. This is where I went g4. Now I like playing against this line. This is like one of my favorite lines, because I saw Magnus doing this a lot. What Magnus does, he moves both of these pawns off the central files, which is a very interesting way to play. And he clears up both of these files, and he tries to control these 2 squares with pieces. And this is exactly what could happen here. Okay, my opponent hasn't taken there. So this is actually a repeat of that, you know, that game I had a couple of games ago against that Cuban Grandmaster. We had this position after castles. And you go e4. Have I gained a tempo? How have I gained a tempo here? I think in the last game he'd castled already, because he's wasted a move putting his bishop on d6 and he's put it here. And the thing about the Jabava London is it's a very simple opening to play. You play these moves. I'm going to play against this bishop here, because this bishop on c8 is a very bad piece, and my pieces are a lot better. Now I could have taken that bishop last move, but we should have a safe positional advantage here. Got to think how to play it, of course. Bishop d6 is one idea, and then double rooks. Takes, rook takes, king here, rook here, and then rook to d8. It's a bit tied down, doesn't look too bad for him. Knight e5 is another idea. He can't castle, so maybe I just do this. Let's just wait and see what he does, because he can't castle because of this one. No need to rush. This is a useful move because it stops his knight coming in, gives me a chance to play b4 and start using my majority of pawns. But I think white is always a little bit better in these positions. A little bit better, because this bishop is very bad and I have better pieces. So this is a typical Jabava London variation, this one. Typical Jabava London variation. You can't castle because his bishop goes. Maybe I should have taken there and gone knight e5. Up to the debate. Okay, so he's trying to gain some space over here and stopping me playing b4. Now knight here takes, bishop takes f6. Bishop d6 takes, rook takes. This pawn. Okay, I'm going to keep it very simple. We're going for positional play today. We're just going to try and attack his pawns. Now, why can't I win this pawn? I don't see a reason why I can't take that one. This one's more risky because he comes to b2, but this one doesn't seem risky at all. And because we've won a pawn, we can swap off pieces and go for an ending. General rule, when you're pawn up, you can go for more endings. Thank you for subscribing. So if I lose this, it'll be most annoying as I'm a safe pawn up. My opponent's just swapping without a care in the world, which is fine for me because I have an extra pawn. You just swap away, mate. I've got the extra pawn, I've got the open file. You can keep swapping off as many things as you want. So this is a very nice position. Where's he going with that one? He wants to come here, maybe? Okay. Does check help me at all? King here. Or do I want to encourage the exchange of rooks? This move is always a way for him to get counterplay. Maybe this is best. Let's play the most aggressive move. And now c4 here, rook d3. Am I playing this too risky? And find out. Trying to stop this one. a4, of course, and now I go here with some ideas of this check. Maybe not the simplest way to play though. I could have forced an exchange of rooks, but this... Okay, now g4 may be playable. Maybe playable, but you can go rook f4 then, so we'll do it this way and just move our king up slowly. And now can I win this pawn? He wants to come... Aha! He wants to come in. I thought this rook would be good here, but it ended up not being so strong. So I'm just going to play this one. Can win the second pawn, it should be good. Let's just keep things very solid for the time being. I don't want to allow him any activity. And now I can win this one, or do I want to keep it for later on? Let's go here and just push my pawn. Everything covered, yes. Probably rook c2 was much stronger there. I should have played rook c2. Very silly of me not to play that move. Rook c2, get your rook behind the passed pawn and just shove. That was very silly. Very silly mistake positionally. Made it a lot harder now to win. Yeah. I'm pawn up, but this is not easy to win. Because I've allowed his rook to gain this beautiful square, which I should not have allowed. That was silly of me. It's very hard to get my rook active because of rook c2. So how are we going to do this? Am I going to go here? I'm going to have to try. Okay, what's he playing at here? So we're going to try and swap off one pair of rooks. Not as easy to win, because if I'd have gone rook c2, my rook would have done all the covering there, and I'd had I think a great position. Okay, what's the best way of doing this now? I'm playing very slow, aren't I, as well? Okay, what's he got? Check? He's got mate, but we're not going to allow... He's only got a check. That seemed very strange for him to put his rook there, because now he might be losing another pawn. He should have gone... Okay, takes, check. Let me just work out the best way to do this. Probably rook g5 first. If he takes on c4, I can go rook g5. Yeah, it should be winning. 2 pawns up in the ending. Yeah, I don't think he should have gone rook a1. That was a little cheapo trying to do some checks there. I mean, it's never going to work. He should have just tried to defend his pawn sensibly. And now just need to do a little bit of care. I'm not always known for my little bit of care. But I'm getting a lot of bloody pawns here. Where's he going with that one? Okay, I'm just going to bring this one back, defend everything. And this should be easy. Okay, 2 pawns up. How do we win this one? Put the king on g5. Looks like a good way to go. Okay, now I don't understand that move, because whatever I capture with, it's not stalemate. He can still go here. So that was a little bit peculiar. Was he trying to stalemate me with that? I mean, I don't know. It was a pretty bad tournament anyway. I mean, pretty bad tournament. I was just looking at the chat. Someone was typing tournament. Pretty bad position anyway, to be honest. Okay, so at least we've got a plus score now. 5 rounds. We're on 3. We have to win the next 5. My opponent says good game. It's very nice of him, so we'll say good game back. So what's my accuracy going to be there? 10%? 10%? So I'll just keep an eye on the chat now. Hello, Yabjorn. How you doing, mate? Yabjorn? Well, I spoke to you earlier. I know how you're doing. Hello to everyone else in the chat. We got to 3. We got to 3 out of 5. But we played 3 players of like 2,900, so it's not so terrible. Not so terrible. But we need to really win our next 5 games to try and get into the qualification group. So it's going to be a very, very tough challenge. Mary's saying at least in the 30% accuracy here. Thank you. I hope so. Otherwise, something strange is going on. I mean, that seemed like an okay game. Okay, it could have been played more accurately at the end. But rook c2, why don't I play that? Ooh. Ooh, this is pretty... Look at this. Now the computer's shining on me. Now it's shining on me. Look at that. 97.3. It's so random. My opponent apparently played 92% accuracy. And that was a long game as well. Do we believe it? I'm going to believe it when it suits me. And I'm going to disbelieve it when it doesn't suit me. How about that? Now, okay, so we got this position here where definitely it's a very nice, if you want to know more about this opening, then go and buy the Chessable London System course, you know. This is what you need to do. You need to go and buy my Chessable London course and you will be able to play like this. Chessable, let me just get a link for it in case anyone wants to support what I do and learn some good stuff as well. If you want to support what I do and learn this opening I've been playing here, here is the link to the best opening in the world. Okay, so maybe c3 is not correct. It says knight e5, but I don't think c3 is a bad mistake because my opponent doesn't have many good moves. And now we played knight e5. Okay. Now my opponent should probably do something. He should probably go f6 here. This is what I thought he would play. But then bishop d6 and I'm better. This is what I was thinking of doing, getting this kind of ending. Because in this kind of ending, I'm going to go rook d1. I have double rooks. I have, you know, some pressure. His bishop is very bad. It's a nice safe position to play. And this all came about from the opening. You know, you're playing very risk-free. And you're really, what top players say, play for two results. You're either playing for a win or a draw. And later on, I think it was all okay. Now, the one big mistake I played was not g3. I think g3 is fine. I don't know why the computer's saying that's a bad move. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with this move at all. I actually prefer it to other moves because, yeah, it just keeps me nice and compact. But it was later on. Let's see if the computer doesn't even pick up on it. So the computer is wrong. But the one big mistake I made was here. And you can see I played rook c8. Oh, it does say rook c2 is best. Well done. And this was a bad move. After rook c8, it's actually very hard to win the position. Okay, next game on. So we're playing another Grandmaster. Who are we playing here? Someone, yeah. Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Gata Kamsky? Does anyone know who Gata Kamsky is? Is he any good? Gata Kamsky? He is a fucking legend. So there we go. So he's doing the London only. So he's playing the London system. Okay, so we're gonna try now to do this. And this is where you can go bishop d6, of course. You can play this move, bishop d6. Why isn't my... Oh, we've got to get rid of this screen. There we go. Now you can see what's going on. So we are playing the legend. I was going to play bishop d6, but you know what? I might, because it's Kamsky, play a much more aggressive system with pawn here. Bishop d6, you know, this is a very aggressive way to play. And I want to be aggressive against Kamsky. Let's go for the aggressive way to play. This is the second option I give, where we just try to push and checkmate him. So we'll give it a go. Okay. So I want to push here, and he's also preparing to do something there. Do I go a5 now? No. Am I worried about knight here? I always get a bit more nervous when you're playing a bloody effing legend, yeah? Is that normal? Is it normal to get nervous when you're playing a bloody legend? Or an effing legend, whatever they call them nowadays? So let me keep my composure a bit more than I am doing at the moment. Keep that composure a bit more. So Kamsky used to be one of the best players in the world. That's for sure. He was certainly one of the best players in the world at a moment in his career. This one. He was definitely top 10 in the world. I'm playing now with these moves. Now this is the break that is always scary. So have I covered that? Maybe not. Takes... My bishop is a bit funny. Do I take his knight off? What do I play here? Move my other knight in? Potentially? Let's do this one. Trying to get some control of the light squares in the middle. So I'm playing the more risky way you can play against the London system, which I think is playable. Obviously you can play this now. This is the key move to consider. maybe I'll take his knight then. I'd love to flag Kamsky. Because we all know what he gets like when he gets flagged. But okay, so he's played this, of course, the best line. Now, do I swap off one pair of pawns before I go here? This would be the logical way to play. Get rid of this pawn. Or do we play it slightly differently? I think we have to go here. And we can decide in a second what we do. So I'll probably get rid of this pawn because it's one less pawn on the queen side to concern myself with. And again, this should be equal, but he's a very good grinder as Kamsky. So I haven't got my counterplay in these positions, have I? I don't want to play this move. It looks very anti-positional. So we'll try and sit and wait for a little bit. Down on time. Need to play quicker. And I haven't really got any weaknesses, so I'm okay here. It's an equal position, but we know this is the kind of position Kamsky plays incredibly well. He loves grinding down endings. Maybe you could say he's slightly better because he's got this open C file, of course. You know. I'm thinking about mixing up a little bit. Let's mix it up a little bit. G5, G4. Maybe F4. Okay, so now I can take and go F4. So I'm trying to mix it up. Create some... Kill his bishop. But this is risky because, of course, I open up this line towards my weak e-pawn. But at least this way I can play for a win. The other way I'm kind of playing... I can't win the game. This way I can try to play for a win. Because his bishop is crap. He's positionally now worse, you see. Except for this file here. So I think I have to play e5. Bishop is also intriguing here. He's going to take here, isn't he? He's got some bloody tactic taking here. Is that right? Does that work? Have I fallen for attack? Bishop takes f4. Have I really just fallen for some cheap shot? It's a bit annoying if I've fallen for this cheap shot because my position's great, but he's got bishop takes f4, yeah? But then I got back rank. Ah, I could take and I have the back rank. So he must have missed that one. Meaning I should be better now, but not by anything considerable. Oh god, time. Ah. Okay. So hard to play when you know so short a time. Yeah, I mean, I could have done that part of the game much better than I did. There's no doubt about it. But did I have the time to do it? I didn't. So I certainly did not come up with the best sequence of moves there. That's for sure. I think I probably, you know, I can certainly claim I was better at some stage there. Should be a draw, of course, this. Doesn't mean it will be a draw. Well, I think we can offer him a draw here. Yeah. Draw. He actually offered a draw there, so that was tough. That's why it's Kamsky, you know. That's all right. It's nice to have a draw with Kamsky. He's a legend. He is bloody legend, of course. So a draw with Kamsky is respectable, and it was kind of, I think it was kind of equal throughout. You know, when you're black, you can't always win. We had a chance. We had a chance where we could have been better, but our time was ticking down, and at the end there, of course, it was just a dead draw. So it's okay. It's okay. Kamsky is a very good player, isn't he? You know, he's one of the best, been one of the best in the world. So let's just have a look on the computer, because I thought maybe I was better at one stage, but possible I was. It means I can't qualify now, of course, with the score. But I'm playing so many strong players. Every guy I'm playing is like 2,800 or something. So we will have a look at that now, and just to see where maybe we could have improved our play in that game. Accuracy levels. Well, look at this. Look at the accuracy. 97.9. That's not bad. I'm good. Look, like I say, whenever I get a high accuracy level, I'm gonna believe the computer and say yes, that's correct. So look, we're doing all right, and you know, we could be happy with that. Playing well today, and I think if I was playing like this and luck was going a little bit in my way, I'd have a brilliant tournament, as in good chance to qualify for the end, you know, for the end thing. But it was a tough game. Let's have a look. Okay, so now around here the position is even, yeah, as the computer does say. And well, I don't think this is a big mistake. Bishop d5. I think simplifications is okay, and you can see the position is pretty much even, yeah. I mean, you can look at the bar over here as well. I mean, there's not much material on the board. Can't be so bad, yeah. Now I think everything up to this point all good, but this is where I mean, maybe I'm not better here. I'm probably being very optimistic. Of course I am. But I was very happy to get the bishop trapped in. It was probably just all even. It says bishop. The thing that I missed, I have to say, I was quite lucky here. I thought he could play bishop takes f4. Can he play that? Why didn't he do that? This is what I was... Oh, he can play it. He can play it. Okay. So this is what I was worried about. I mean, I thought I could go queen here, but it's suddenly... Okay, maybe I'm just about okay in this position. Just about okay, because there's some tactics. There's a tactic here, g3 here, and then if he takes here, which is a big blunder, we can get him on the back rank and he loses. So he has to go after queen takes h3, bishop e3, and this really shouldn't be that bad for me. There's only 2 pawns left on the board. I should be holding the draw in this position in many positions, you know, many cases. And later on, well, I think it's always okay for me. I just have to be a little bit careful. King h1 played, rook c8, queen e4, and you know, you can see by the assessment it's all pretty even. Did it ever change? Maybe I made one bad move here. Aha. So I missed an opportunity to actually gain an edge. Of course I did. I was trying to play a little bit too passively, and Kamsky made an error, and my position, see, was actually better than I thought. And here I played rook e8, but I could have actually played e4, and maybe if I play this, I'm actually doing very well, because all of a sudden my bishop comes to c3. And I could actually try winning that game, yeah. Yeah, see, you know, he takes it. He can't take with a rook because of rook here, which is very nasty. And if he takes with a pawn, then bishop here wins me some material. Not totally clear because my king's quite weak, but I can certainly play for a win in this position. And the game, well, I think the way the game went, I mean, it's as long as neither of us blunder here, There's not enough material left on the board for anyone to win, and I just sit here, you know. We don't have to do anything. And obviously here you can't really take advantage of any of this because I'm threatening to move the bishop anyway. It's of course a dead draw. So still probably means I can't qualify in the competition now. So that's one thing, which is a little bit annoying, but okay, we're on a decent score. What are we on? We're on 3.5 out of 6. And we've had some really tough players today. It's been like much tougher than Title Tuesday. Everyone's 2,800, 2,900. And it ended a draw just at the end, that last game. So we'll wait for the next game. Who's leading? Well, you can see a couple of people on 6 out of 6. I'm just trying to think, who did I lose to? How's he getting on now? Who was the guy I lost to? Can you remember his name? Oh, we can have a look in the archive. Who did I lose to? I lost to Carlos. This is the guy, isn't it? CarlosAl. I'm just typing it in the chat so I can see his name. I just want to see how he's getting on. This is the guy I first lost to in a very close game. Let's just see if how he's getting on. Carlos, where is he? Because he played very well against me. Anyone see him? Let me know if I go past him. No, he's not doing that well then. Where is he? There's Gawain Jones, my friend from England, Grandmaster Gawain Jones. Where's Carlos? Where's Carlos gone? Can anyone see him? Is he still in the tournament? What happened to Carlos? Tough tournament, this one. Really tough. Well, did I miss him or something? Anyone see him? Anyone see him? Where is he? Looks like he only played 5 games. What was his score after 5 games? Control F Carlos. What? I don't know how to do these clever. How'd you do it? 4 games. So what was his score after 4 games? That rings red bells, doesn't it? If I lost one of my games to a cheater, I will be fuming because I was doing so well in the tournament. I was playing well, I was doing well. Well, maybe someone can investigate for me. Let's hope he wasn't cheating because that would just be horrendous. Okay, so we got another game. We're playing International Master from Denmark. And we're going to stick with the Jabava London system. I'll search for the guy after this, but you guys can probably have a look. Okay, so this is the opening I'm playing today, and this is one of the main lines. This move followed up with c5. I wonder if we're going to get the same as we've had so far. If you play c5 now, I can take it. Now g4 is what I had in the first game. Now we could just go for the other option. Now I'm going to try to get that same system I had before, but we're not going to have the extra tempo because remember in the game we had in Jabava London system, he moved his bishop twice. So we're going to be a tempo down. But remember the idea, we've had this 3 times now. Against Carlos we lost, even though he got 99% accuracy. And the idea is you play this move e4 and you try to play positionally against this bishop. So this is the 3rd time we've had this variation. The Jabava London's so easy to play. You play this line all the time. And you just play it nice and slowly. So today is more of a positional day of chess rather than my normal crazy tactics. Nice to change your style up sometimes. And like I say, if you want to learn more about the Jabava London system, then I say nice positional. I'm really looking at this pawn now. I'm gonna have to do. I can't. Can I resist such a temptation in life? Well, if he goes here, what is that position like? Takes, king takes, check, king g6. I don't know if that works even. So not okay. So this is okay. Takes, takes, check, king g6, queen g4, takes here, knight takes the. This is bloody complicated. Takes, takes, check, king g6, queen g4, f5. f5 is annoying. This knight is quite a good defender on this square. So do I have to go bishop d2 first of all? I really want to take here. This is what I'm looking at. But after king takes, knight g5, he puts his king on g6. And if I'm not winning there, then you know, I'm a piece down. So you need to do some calculations. Queen g4, f5 takes on this square. So tempted to do it anyway. I don't see it working. I just don't see it working. Okay. Takes, check. There. Trying to make it work. Queen g4, f5. I can't make it work. That's why I'm tanking loads of time. But maybe I have some potential. Should we do it? Should we do it? Bishop d2, he goes knight g6, and my position is okay, actually. I mean, I can't see it work. We'll have a look afterwards, guys, because I couldn't see it working, but I might have had some attack, but it was quite a hard position to play. So I couldn't see it working. I mean, I'm going to move my bishop out of the way. I've still got this on the cards, but he has got knight g6 now. Okay, so he's played very solidly. And this I'm very happy to see, because he's got loads of weaknesses around his king. I've spent a lot of time. Thing is, you know, you have to calculate these things. If they don't work, you're just going to lose. And you can't gamble. You know, you can't gamble when you're playing in a proper competition, as I'm trying to treat this one. I'm trying to treat this as proper competition. Queen here. Try to get my queen in. I mean, this is a more mature attacking setup, isn't it? We're just going to try to come around slowly, like this. You don't always need to sacrifice your way into victory. You can just play it in a slow way. I'm doing all right, Andy, as Yoda. Hope your Minecraft channel is going all right. And now I'm just threatening to come to h6 with the queen. So in we go. Threatening mate in 1, and I got some other pieces coming to join in the fun. Now, knight here takes here. How is he defending that? Somehow he's defending that position. Unbelievable, yeah? Then I can play f4 with pressure. This is... Okay, I'm going to do this. I wanted to put my knight there, but I couldn't see the win. This is what I was worried about. If I lose this, it'll be madness. This is annoying though, yeah? Time. You can take here now with a knight. But then I got knight g2. I couldn't work this out. I must have missed a simple win somewhere, but I thought this was good for me. I thought I was going to win a piece in this variation. Where did I miss? I must have had an easier window, guys. I mean, you know, knight g5. I don't know. We'll have a look at it afterwards. I've got to try to concentrate on, well, concentrate on this game, yeah, at this moment. Okay, what am I doing? I'm doing this, aren't I? Yes, I'm just doing this. Piece up. But he's got 2 pawns, so it's not simple. Jesus, move quicker, man. Move quicker, Simon. Is he going to try to win this pawn? Still tough, this position, for both of us. C4 I should have played. Should be winning, but he's got 3 pawns. I just feel my piece is a lot better. It's like in that previous game where I got my knight to that very good square in the same system as well. Just trying to keep it nice and controlled. Nice and simple stuff. Little tactic if we need to. Could have just taken on b7, but this looks winning. Oh shit. Oh fucking hell. How did I miss that move? Now I can't believe I missed that check. That is completely thrown my position. Now I'm just worse. Where do I move my rook? Stupid me. Yeah, I mean, I thought I had a winning tactic there, as you saw, but it's one of those ones which wasn't winning. So I have to win this game all over again because he had that very clever check. I could have taken on f7. Stop talking. Stop talking, Williams. I can't play and talk. I'm not good enough to do that. It's queen the pawn, man. Queen the pawn. Queen the pawn. Come on, pawny. All the way. That should be alright now, yeah? Should be alright now. I could have taken that bishop with my knight. But you see one way to win and you're like, okay, we don't need any heroics. One's enough. And because you've got 2 second increment here, it's quite easy. Okay. That was a very interesting game, yeah, I think. But I missed his checks. I missed a little tactic, which probably his position was roughly even after that little tactic, or maybe you could even say he was slightly better because I seem to be in control most of the game, winning. But that wouldn't have that's not going to have a very good accuracy level because I'm sure let's have a look. I'm sure I missed some tactical move there. So we'll just put it on the computer. Not to see my accuracy level necessarily, but I want to check the tactical part of the game because one thing computers are good at in these blitz games where we don't have time to calculate is finding the tactical elements. So, well, I've got 94.5. Come on, look at that. We're playing well today, yeah. We're playing well today. That's not too bad. Even though I didn't play brilliantly, if I believed the computer, I'm not sure I'm believing the computer. I might get flagged up for cheating if I keep playing this bloody brilliantly. Okay, well let's have a look. So now the key thing was, could I have played bishop takes h7, which I might have done on another day. And if we do this move, this was interesting, and it does it think I'm winning? It does think I'm winning. But then here, and I go here check with the idea of taking this one, and I saw this one. I saw this one. Now he can't come here because of knight takes here. He has to go king here, only move. And now the computer says if I move my bishop back to c1, I'm winning. What a lunatic. How can you play in such a position? Bishop c1. Oh yeah, the winning move. That looks like a load of rubbish. I mean, the line I wanted to play was queen g4. This is what I would have played. But it doesn't look good. I couldn't make it work. Then after this one, I was just going to put my queen here. And I was thinking about trying to get my knight to e2 here. So like knight c6 and then knight e2. But now after bishop e7, my pieces are losing. The funny thing is, in these positions, the king is actually actually quite sensible. Hello, Oliver Nee, who's just come along as well, I see, maybe. So I think the way I played it was much better, yeah? You know, if the tactic's not working, just come back. Bishop d2, just come back. Nice and safe. And now, after this move, you can see I've got a nice advantage. g4, good, forces his knight back. And the one position I wanted to look at was around here. I just thought I must be checkmating. Okay, that's not even the best move, but it looks like this must be checkmating. But the computer... Draw? What the hell is it going on about? I think the computer's literally lost its mind today. Because I've got... I mean, surely this is winning now. What is the computer talking about? I mean, for example, one move I was going to... Very close to playing. I was going to go here, threatening mate. My opponent takes here. And now play f4. And I thought this looked very dangerous for black. Because you can never move this knight because I've got checkmate. You can never move this pawn because my knight comes in. And at the right moment, I can either try to swing my rook around and win here, or I can play f5 and try to break through. Now, I know the computer says I'm doing very badly here, but I'm not really believing the computer in this position. I'm not really believing it so much. I think this could be practically very good, but the way I played it was a lot safer. Just playing this line, and now my opponent, I think, blundered, because he now loses a piece, and this is of course winning, but we got shorter time. And a big mistake that I played was after bishop takes c4, I took on c6. It says it's best. I'm really surprised about that. I would have thought taking the bishop's best here, keeping a piece up. No, why is this not best? Why can't I take that? That looks much better. Look, B takes c4 as a blunder, plus 4.24. Well, I'll tell you what, it's a bloody good blunder, yeah? If that is a blunder, that is a high quality blunder. You know, that is like a blunder I'm happy to play because I'm completely winning. But what did I miss in the game then? So it says in the game, I play knight takes c6, but I can just take his bishop. I'm going completely mad. I think I just freaked out and I forgot I could take this one. Of course, I just take it and I'm completely winning. What a patzer I am. What a patzer. So this is one big mistake I made. For some reason, I didn't see this check, so I panicked. And that is a typical error. And a typical error is, you know, just calm down. You know, like if your opponent plays an unexpected move against you, which this was. I thought he's just losing here because I'm a rook up. Then don't panic, rethink about the position, and just, you know, take a deep breath. And had I done that, I'd have easily just gone knight takes bishop and he can resign because he's a whole rook down. But I played this move panicking and I suddenly had to win this game all over again. And maybe I am a little bit better here because I got the exchange. He's only got one pawn for it, but he's not doing that badly in this position at all. So that's quite a good lesson learnt there, yeah. You know, don't panic. Don't panic like I panicked there. Oh dear. Okay, so how many rounds have we played now? I don't even know. We played round 7. Did anyone find out about the opponent I played who beat me, who then withdrew from the tournament? Beat me with 99% accuracy and then withdrew from the tournament. Did anyone find out about him? Trying to ruin my tournament and then, you know, trying to ruin my tournament and then do a runner. I mean, I think my score's all right today. I don't know how many I've got now. What have I got? 4.5 out of 7? Because I've played so many strong players. I played Kamsky. I played 2800s nearly every round. So I think I can be happy with the way it's going today. And I'm playing pretty well today. I'm going to say that, whatever. So it's going all right. So I think we can still, if we're on this score of 4.5, we can still try to get 7.5 and try to sneak into the top 8 to get into the playoffs, yeah? He rage quit. Okay, so he wasn't. No, I didn't. You know, I get so paranoid about cheating, but he's a very strong player, so of course he didn't cheat. He just withdrew. Okay, fair enough. That's the best thing to do. Just withdraw. Right, so we are on 4.5. So we're quite a long way off. 290 players, and let's have a look. So 4.5 is 52nd place. The top 8 players. Am I on 4.5? I feel like I'm on 4.5. Let's just check. Am I? Where's my name? Maybe I'm not on 4.5. Maybe I'm on less. I am on 4.5. Okay. So the top 8 players go through to the knockout stages. So if I win 3 out of 3, there's an outside chance. I don't think it's going to do it. I don't think it's going to do it. I don't think it's going to do it. I don't think I'm going to get in the top, but we'll try. So all we can do is try, yeah? All we can do is try. So any more games going on? Let's have a look. Okay, we're in and we're playing another legend of chess now. We're playing VMikhalevski, who's incredibly strong Grandmaster from Israel. So this is going to be another challenge. And we're going to stick to the JoakimVonAnd system because so far this has been working very well for us. And we're just going to keep it nice, quiet and positional. Mikhalevski, very famous author, he's one of the strongest Israeli players for a long time. So, okay, now don't go e3. He's playing this move tempting me, but we'll just go f3, yeah? f3 is a move that we often play anyway, so why not do it here? And now can we go e4? Of course we want to play e4, so this seems a very strange square for the bishop. I'm going to go e4. Let's not show any fear here. We go e4. Okay, interesting position. What kind of setup's he gone for? He's trying to play this move. He's like a theory specialist, is Mikhalevski. So if I go here though, I'm going to close it down now, the position. I'm hoping his knight will actually get in trouble. So he's gone back and he's relying on this move. This is key. So I can try to play c3. Can I play this in any other way now? Here. He's playing it, of course, like a French defense, where he's saying my pieces are misplaced. Weird opening, yeah? So, what am I doing here? Bishop here, c5, take it. Okay, let's try that one. He's got me in some weird opening idea that he's probably been analysing, He has to play c5, otherwise it's just going to be a bit worse, yeah? If he doesn't play c5, I'm very happy. But if he does, I'm certainly going to consider taking it. I mean, c5 could just be a mistake. Okay, so I'm happy about that, because now I get a chance to get my knight to f3. And first of all, I can exchange this one off at the right moment. We got a very closed position, but I got a bit of a space advantage. No reason not to play normal moves at the moment. We're just playing normal moves. Now this knight, not very good piece, so we're going to have to think about our worst placed pieces and maneuver them to greener pastures. Getting very locked up, the position at the moment in time. Okay, I've got a positional idea. What I'm going to do is try to take his knight, swap off dark square bishops, and then try to get my knight to c5. This is my long-term positional goal. So I want to go takes bishop here, swap this off, and then get a knight to this square. Positional idea. Play here, and I want to do because his light square bishop, very bad piece, so he has to break out. Good move, of course, from my strong opponent. Now, do we take this straight away? I think we do. And we want to play against his light square bishop. This is basically the whole of this opening is so often playing against the light square bishop. Yeah, this is like what you do in the JoakimVonAnd. His king is a little bit weaker. I have a small advantage here. I'm definitely happy to say. Nice knight on this square. Now we can swap off queens, but his king seems to be weaker than mine, so I'll keep the queens on the board. Yeah. Tactics? Any tactics there? If not, then we just come back towards the center. Very positional. If I can go b4, then his knight's coming in here. But can I take this pawn? It's not a surprise I've got some move like this. Where does it? Because his king is always weak, and I was trying to get the queens off, which is going to lead to a very good position for me. But maybe I should be keeping. I don't want his knight to come to this square though. If his knight gets to this square, then he gains decent counterplay. So I can take and play b4, but then I've got some positional weaknesses of my own. I'm not sure about this plan. I'm doing this to stop his knight, and yeah, this is the positional weaknesses I'm mentioning. Still think I'm a pawn up. His minor pieces, his knight and bishop, are not breathing here, so it's much better for me. He's got this pawn as a potential weakness in some endings later on. Positional day today, isn't it? Total positional chess today. Now, can I win the exchange with this move? I can win the exchange, so he's trying to get some counterplay. But he shouldn't have enough. Aha! He's found something. Knight takes here. Okay, it's a bit annoying. Am I down on time? Shit. Okay, I've got to hurry up. Got to hurry up. Hurry up, man. Hurry up. Still should be very good for me. I'm exchange up. I mean, this is. Oh, he's trying to win this pawn. Time, shite. Okay, does this work? Oh, time. It's got this move. Ah. What am I doing with my position? I'm not playing this well. What's this like? This ending? What's this like? Oh, we don't want to get that one up. Play this so badly, it seems. Now the knight's coming here. Ah, Simon. Ah, what have I done? What have I done? Completely winning. Just thrown it away. This is very annoying. This is what happens sometimes. You play very nicely and you just throw it away. I think I'm just losing because my rook is trapped. So I've just thrown it away. Extremely annoying. King g6, yeah? Oh, man. Yeah, I panicked a little bit with the lack of time, and that combined with some of my moves has led me into this completely losing position when I was just winning very, very easily. So that's what it takes sometimes, you know, a little slip up and it's game over. So very disappointing. We'll have a look. Of course, I'm throwing it away. We're resigned now. We don't need to look at that one anymore. So I would say well played to him, but it wasn't really well played to him. It was always better for me there. So frustrating, and just threw it away at the end, as I have done many times before in my life, and I probably will still do. And that's kind of ruined the tournament as well. A win there would have been well, it looked like it was going that way. So we'll just have a look and see what's going. So just got, again, a little bit too short. And my opponent apparently played very high accuracy there, but he's completely losing. Computer's not working very well. I mean, let's just have a look around here. look at this position. I'm just completely dominating. You know, 2 pawns up here. He was, to be fair, getting very outplayed in the position. And, you know, I'm +3, so he can't have played that well. And around here, I started playing so badly. This whole idea of going for the H-pawn, I just thought, oh, we'll win this game quite easily. But all I need to do is just consolidate. My whole rook idea was pathetic. You know, letting that rook run around there was just really bad. The best way to do this is just go here, because he can never play taking on b4 now. If he ever plays knight here, so what? I can even play knight takes f5. But even if I don't play knight takes f5, I have this one. So this is completely winning, because I'm the exchange and a pawn up here. Exchange and a pawn up. And you just play moves like this. King, his bishop is terrible. It can't get in the game. So this is completely losing for my opponent, which is annoying. Okay, let's have a look later on then. So I played like this, and now I'm still completely winning, but this is where I had no time on the clock, and I just couldn't find the right move here. I should, of course, play rook e1 first, and then just queen my pawn. The move I missed is that he has king f6. So another chance to win in this position. I just play rook e1. I mean, I could see he takes this one, but now we just play h4, and this pawn will become a queen still. This is still completely winning for me, yeah? In this position, you just use this pawn. I put my rook on g7. It can come here. I get rid of his knight. This is easily winning as well. h4, not a good move. And now after this one, it becomes a lot less clear. And with my time ticking down, and what I missed, I thought after here he has to move his knight, and then I take on f5 check. So I thought, you know, this is where I just didn't have that little bit extra time. And after this one, I'm clearly winning again. So I missed this move, and in actual fact, you know, king f6, and I think I prefer black now. What do I play here? Well, I could have taken here. This is where I should actually change my mind and go for another rook and pawn ending like this. Can I win this one? Maybe this is still good for me. But I played one last blunder, and blunders often come in many, you know, different moves, and that is with knight to f3. And after this, I'm just lost because he traps my king. So there we go. So that's a disappointing game. It does happen. How many more rounds have we got left now? Let's have a look. I'm going to decide. I know Title Tuesday's later, and I was thinking about playing Title Tuesday as well, but it's a lot of chess for one day, to be honest. It's a lot of chess. 2 more rounds to go. I could have been on 5.5 had I just converted that one. We can still get to, well, 6.5 against very good opposition. So if the games don't go on too long, we'll finish the last 2 rounds. Let's hope they don't go on too long, because we need to have a break, especially if Title Tuesdays going on. Might have a good Title Tuesday if I play. Yeah, well, I might do. Yeah, it's just I'm pretty knackered now, and I fancy a beer and watching a film as well. So, you know, I don't really want to play chess all day. It's the only thing I'm sure you guys are aware of is, you know, speaking and commentating is very tiring as well. You know, when I'm playing and I'm not commentating, it's a different thing, because you listen to some music, you know, you just sort of relax a bit more. And if you're in the zone, then you can play a lot better. So it's a lot harder to do that. So we'll see if I play Title Tuesday later. I think I am playing well, so I could have a good tournament, but you know, I think this is enough for one day, isn't it? So who have we got? Well, Ali Razor's dropped 2 points as well. Very, very surprising there. We're not going to qualify. We're not going to qualify now, but we can still try to finish these next 2 games in style. Let's hope. Okay, one more game going on. Let's see what's happening here. Well, this is a weird position, isn't it? Jesus, what's this all about? They don't want to offer draws here either. What is this position? Well, this looks like it should be a draw. Oh, come on. What is it? Move 100 and something, and I would just agree a draw for everyone else's sake, especially when you've got no time. He hasn't. He's gone for the win. Can't believe it. He's played for the win. Look at their time. Actually quite exciting. What's he doing now? Oh, come on. They're going to play another 100 moves, are they? This is a draw. This is totally a draw. And, oh no. Is he winning now? Oh no. King F4. King. Oh, this loses. Knight there check. Oh, the brave play does work. Wow. Who's that? Got that little strong junior there coming through. So yeah. And, okay, well, his brave play obviously paid off there. Okay, so we've got 2 more games to go. We'll try and enjoy these last 2 games. Stress-free now. It's been a good tournament anyway. And we get another Dutch, which we're very happy about. Everyone goes D3 now. Everyone plays D3, except this guy, which I don't mind playing against. And, oh, we have a mainline Dutch, which I love these positions. I get such a good score against this. And again, if you want to learn more about this opening, my chessable course on the Dutch is the best thing you can get to learn it. You know, it's a bit pricey, but it's good. And this line is what I recommend in my chessable thing. Just try to cause a little bit of aggro over there. So we're going to do that. A little bit of attack. And now I've forgotten, of course, what I'm supposed to do next. So let's do this move. This is a normal move. And probably my opponent should take it now. What else could I could have gone queen there. Oh no, I give queen e8 in my chessboard course. I give queen e8 as the move, not this one. This one in this position, he can actually capture it, which would be quite good for him. Okay, but now I'm happy again because I forced his bishop either to be exchanged, which is very good, or I can now hopefully gain this diagonal. And one of the main ideas in the Dutch, as I'm sure a lot of you know, is to play this move. So this should be all right for me. Saying that, he's going to play this as well. Can we play some risky chess here? Well, so he's going to play e4. So I don't really want to allow that one. So that's why I should maybe not swap my knight off suit too soon. Queen here, f4 is interesting in these positions. This was a mistake. I shouldn't have rushed with this move. That was very silly. Okay, we're going to try something a little bit crazy now. Now we're at the end stretch, and I'm going to try this one. This is often a crazy idea you can do in the Dutch, just to try to open their king up. It's very risky, but it can be quite a bit of fun. I think I did something similar against John Bartholomew once and got quite a good position. You just try to win this pawn back. They've opened their king up a little bit. You sacrifice the pawn, but it's interesting. You get some kind of attack. Some kind of attack. So that's what we're going for. We're gonna try to round us in, sneak around here. It's got him thinking anyway, which is always good. My opponent's central pawn structure though does look quite scary. You know, if you start getting scared about centers, this is probably not the way to play it. But you know, we're relaxing a little bit now, so we're playing a little bit more tactical. And okay, so we've got to watch out for the checkmate. Ja, sehr gut. We could take this one, obviously. Shall we just take that one and then go knight f4? Take that one, take here, try to claim some compensation. I think that's compensation. Okay, we're going to do this one. And now knight to f4. And if I get my queen over, happy days. That looks interesting. Looks interesting. Queen g5 coming. We got so I can't believe we've got someone who's made a name just to spam here. Oh Jesus! Don't people have better things to do? There you go. We're banning him. Scamming the elderly with my DVDs. Want to buy a DVD? Luckily, all my DVDs have got very good reviews. Okay, well this looks all right now because I'm gonna take here and get the queen into the game, which must be all right. Don't buy his DVDs. Don't buy his DVDs. You get scammed out your £10. You're not gonna learn the black line from his DVDs. It ain't gonna happen. Right. Okay. What is happening? Well, let's get out of the pin and defend. Interesting, really weird position. That's often what you get in these openings in the Dutch. Obviously, I've got a problem with the bishop here, so we can try and bring it around this way. This could be one idea, or maybe this way. If I can get, this is a better idea. If I can get rid of these two bishops, I'm very happy. So we can take this pawn on the way, though. Do we worry about that? Are we worried about that one? How about this for a move? That's a weird move, isn't it? Can we do that? We'll try. We will try. Grab the pawn on e5 and get it over to the king side. Okay, so he stopped that one. And now bishop here takes c6. Okay, well, we're going to sack this pawn. We don't need this pawn, because it will tie his bishop up over there. But I have seen a variation for him, which I'm a little bit afraid of. If he takes there, okay, he hasn't done it. Oh, he's attacking two of my pieces, but I've always got knight d5. But I can go bishop c6 because I've got a queen check. And this is, oh, my rook's on pre, but I'm not worried about the rook, am I? No. I had 3 pieces on pre, rook, knight and bishop, but if I get rid of this one piece, his king is very weak. Maybe I am worried about the rook. Oh, this is so confusing. Such a confusing position. Take here. He is attacking my knight and my rook, so I need to find something here, yeah? What do we need to... Oh, time. Oh, dear. Come on, find a move. I can't see a move. I can't see a move. This one is... Okay, maybe I get some counterplay here. Don't chuck the rook. Well, I don't know. I don't know how to save the rook. This rook a5 idea was actually stupid, wasn't it? Why did I go rook a5? Why did I play rook a5? What a stupid idea that was, yeah? Okay. Now we're going to have a bit of a mess. A mess where... Could have gone rook takes f3 there, couldn't I? As well. But this position is... Is there any compensation? Oh, time. Time. Just trying to swap queens. Okay. I'll go for this. What's the pawn count? I can't even count the pawns here. What is the pawn count? Am I up on pawns or equal? Equal on pawns? Whose pawns are weaker? My pawns kind of look weaker, don't they? Especially with this one coming. Okay, I have to do something. Not going to be easy, this ending for it. It's coming down here, taking here, but then my king comes there, so this is alright. I think. Comes to check first or in? In. Let's do this. Aha, maybe not. Now I have to try a draw, I think, yeah? Aha, we got this check to try and keep the game going. Nope. Time. Should be a draw, by the way. Should be a draw. I'll offer him a draw, see what he says. Even without my pawn, it's a draw, yeah? I mean, okay, he can play on if he wants, but... Seems a bit silly playing on when there's not much going on in the tournament. And there's nothing happening in the position either. So... Okay, Should we try to play for a win now? No. Let's offer it. I think he might have offered me a draw back. I'll offer him another draw. Okay, there we go. Solid game. Solid game there. Well, I don't know if I'm even going to look at that on the computer. There was probably many problems with that game. We'll have a little look. We've done everything else on the computer. Standard dropped quite a bit in that game. My rook a5 move was not good there. Not good there. Not a way to play. Compared to the other games, that one was a little bit worse standard, I feel. Probably on tilt from that win. But oh my god, I mean, what's going on with the computer? Do we believe this? What do you reckon my accuracy is? I think the computer has lost its mind today. Either that or I've suddenly turned into some super Grandmaster. What do you think the accuracy is, guys? Well, apparently it's 98%. And I don't believe that. I don't believe that. It can't be 98%. And my opponent 97.6? Come on. Come on. What a load of rubbish. Yeah, no, I don't believe that. I mean, it wasn't that good of a game, was it? Okay. I mean, we'll go through. So this... Okay, the one thing I do remember from the opening, if you're interested in this opening, when I play knight to e4, I think queen c2 is okay. But the move I'm more worried about is if they take here in this particular case, because he's already got a bishop on b2. And after pawn takes here, knight to d2, you go d5. And this is probably all right for black, but I don't necessarily like these positions. So what I'd recommend, if you ever got this kind of position here, the way I play it in future is actually queen to g6, queen to e8. And this is quite an interesting way to play, because you can put your queen on g6 and try to control e4. So if he tries to play for e4, you go queen here, and you kind of get a bit of control there. So that's another way to play. But the way the game went, it actually, I'm amazed that it likes my sacrifice. Okay, it thinks white's winning, but then it likes f4. Very bizarre sacrifice. And it even likes rook a5. That is strange. I think the computer's lost its mind today. I think it's literally lost its mind, the computer. I don't think it has a clue what it's talking about. Because my rook on a5 got in a lot of trouble, yeah? I mean, I should just play bishop d7 here. And then if he takes... Oh, sorry, what happened there? So I should play, instead of rook a5, I should play bishop b7. If he takes here, am I even worried about him taking my rook? Because then I'm going to get this diagonal. Can I do something clever, like c6 maybe? And the idea is to come to f3. Oh, he's got queen e4 surviving. So he's okay. All right, and then later on, well, we had this position here where I didn't take the rook. Why didn't I take... Did I not see I could take the rook? What, am I completely mad? God, more blunders coming in. There's only one game to go, but that was another blunder. You know what? I just overlooked that my knight's attacking the rook. What, am I crazy? So obviously the accuracy level today is completely off. He has no idea what's going on. Because if I take the rook here, I mean, I'm obviously all right. And the position is kind of like, you know, if I take the rook here, I'm winning. Yeah, I take the rook and you know, I've got a great position. It's not taking pawn. I didn't even see that. I think we both blundered there. Which is quite crazy. Which is really strange. I mean, we both didn't see the rook. Later on, I did take the rook, and by the time I took the rook, well, I think this ending should be a draw, really, because I've got a lot of activity. Rook d8 seems best. Take the open file, and we can see that many pawns get exchanged off. I played g5 here, and after all these exchanges, well, yeah, I mean, it says I'm slightly better, which I'm surprised about. Should I have gone here first then? No, I don't think it matters. This must be a draw. Rook and pawn ending. Many more pawns coming off the board. King e4 was a good move. Without that move, I can try and win because my king comes to f5. But in this position, it's not working. Rook c2. Rook e7. And then, okay, it's not so exciting around here. Too many things getting swapped off. And even without this pawn here, you can draw quite easily by either checking from behind. What's this? The third rank defense. So you can either check from behind, or you try to put your rook on the third rank. Oh, hello, Darren. Thank you, Darren. Very, very generous of you. How you doing, Darren? That's very nice. It's always nice to have that, a bit of support for the channel. So cheers for that. You know, we don't make much money streaming doing this, so anyone who does, you know, subscribe, anyone who does support the channel, it's most appreciated. So thank you very much, Darren. That is very, very kind of you. Very kind of you. So cheers, most appreciated. You've come to the, you know, we're actually coming to the end of the stream, where there's only one more game left in the tournament, but we're trying to finish on a high. I think we've got 50% now, so we can try to get 6 out of 10. We had some good games. We drew with Kamsky, had some other good games as well. So it's been quite a good stream, I think. Well, I'm glad you had a great week, Darren. I know you told me a bit about it, and hopefully we can catch up soon. You can tell me more about it. Push the pawns. Thank you for the cheer there as well. Very generous. And just thank you generally for all the support that you guys give. It's great to have you here whilst I am streaming this exciting event, the LeonChess.com tournament. And let's now come to the last game. So we've got the last game, and this is it. Then I'll decide about Title Tuesday, which I think is a little bit unlikely. So what should we do? Well, we've played the Jabava London the whole tournament. I think it's time to gambit. Let's have a bit of gambit, shall we? So let's have the King's Gambit. Come on. He's played one of the more boring lines. Now, I always get in trouble when they play F5 there. So I'm going to go Bishop C4, just to keep it a little bit unique. And I'm already kind of out of theory, but we've got to get it. But we've got to finish with a King's Gambit, and now he's gone for. Oh, we could get some. If he goes G5, G4, that'd be loads of fun. So if he goes here and here, I'm going to let him take my knight. Okay, so he's preparing it. How come? Okay, so I'm going to go here, and now this one maybe. And now, how about this? Let's try to finish with a bit of flair today. Let's do it. Okay. Come on. Where is the beauty? Is this one working? Queen to D5. Whoa, what's happening here, people? Takes, check, king here. Let's go. Oh, so many tempting options here, aren't there? So many tempting options. I can't work out what's best. Okay, let's go in. Let's do this. This looks like the most tempting. Threat and checkmate in one move. And now this one. What is this position? This is why the King's Gambit is so much fun at times. You get some crazy positions, yeah? This is crazy. This is crazy. Suitably crazy. And he actually nearly traps his queen after that and that, which is madness. Okay, now bishop here, he's going to go queen there, and that spoils the party. If knight here, he will take here, check. That spoils the party. He's not going to spoil my party, is he? So we're castle first. And we want to try and play knight to d4 next, if we can. And then if he takes on e5, we're going to try and play like Morphy in this game. A little Morphy finish. You know, we had a lot of positional chess today, so it'd be nice to finish with some crazy tactics. Apparently my opponent has an opening book on the old Indian. Didn't know that. So he's obviously a professional chess player. It's quite a lot of fun, this game, isn't it? Does this work though? This is a big threat. This is a big threat, moving the knight to this square. Because if he allows my queen into f7, surely that can't survive. But I haven't developed these guys. If I had one more piece developed, I'd be thinking, oh, this must be winning. But my opponent's development is also really bad. And the most important thing, okay, so he's sacrificing a piece, but this must just be losing. If he wants to get rid of this pawn because this pawn is so strong. Can we even play some magic here and not take it? What would Morphy do? Let's ask ourselves. Knight here. Would Morphy play that? Takes there. Takes the queen. Knight b6. And the queens are off. I'm not going to checkmate. If I move the queen, would Morphy move the queen? I think Morphy would probably take the knight here, guys. I'm going to take the knight. It is a knight. And now we go here anyway. Sometimes you've just got to play the best moves. And I don't see how he's going to survive this position. How many moves is this? It's only 12 moves. Only 12 moves. What would Morphy do? Morphy would just attack, attack, attack. And now we surely... What would Morphy do? He would surely take this one. That's what Morphy would do. Now what would he do here? Because he's going to take my knight with check. So, do we go forward? I think Morphy... No, what would Morphy do? Now, let's have a think. I know what Morphy would do. He would go knight e6, but do I want to do that? This is what Morphy would do. He would go forwards. Morphy doesn't go backwards. Morphy's not a backwards type of chap, is he? He's a forwards type of chap. And then he would go check here, maybe? And then he would regret everything because he sees that this... Oh, I've got queen f6, so I will take this one. I'm going a little bit crazy. I could have probably won this a lot easier than I'm doing now. Because f3, and actually it's like, ooh, I don't think I've done what Morphy would have done. Let's put it that way. Morphy would not have done this. He would have not have done this one. Okay. Now, I am worried about this move. That is clear. But I'm going to develop and pretend I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to be like, not worried. I'm piece up. Okay, now he is going to try to check me, I believe. So I can either try to be boring and swap queens, but Morphy would be very upset with that. Or we come forwards. So we'll come forwards. Don't lose on time either. And now I just need to get 2 more moves in, and I'm very happy. 2 more cheeky moves into the position is what we're trying to do. Sneak it around there. Position looks pretty good because he still hasn't got his rook out. And if I can just kick that queen away, it must be good. Okay, so I'm going to do this. This is my plan. Is he going to go bishop? No, he can't move the bishop because I've got queen takes here. And if I can get 1 more move in, I'm sure my position is winning. Okay, we can do it now. We're not worried about our bishop because we're attacking his queen. And now I'm happy. His queen is actually has to come here, but this is the way. It's always been the winning idea. And now we can just liquidate quite easily. I think I could have had a better move there, but this looks like a nice little way to win. And can we win in style? Well, we'll just play this move. This is the safest. And is he going to win his piece back? Is he? Is he going to win his piece back? Maybe I should take him with a rook there. I've kind of messed up a little bit. Okay, he's winning his piece back. Silly me. Silly me. I would keep them on. Still a piece up. Could have and should have been more, but there's lots of could haves and should haves in life. And let's just make sure I don't get back ranked here. He's only got 1 pawn for the piece, which is clearly not enough, and this is going to hopefully force resignations. You really should consider that as a decent option here. Okay, good stuff. Yeah, I mean, we'll have a little look at that just to finish off the stream today. Probably could have been played better, but Morphy never played well. He played exciting. So let's have a look at what that says. Then we'll finish off the stream. I don't think I'm going to do Title Tuesday. I think I'm going to take it easy and have a bit of a break today, I'm afraid, guys. So it was a good tournament today, quite enjoyable. Oh, look at the accuracy. It's dropped there. My lowest accuracy. I wonder what Morphy's accuracy would be. That would be very interesting to you know, in his games he played. So this is clearly winning. And here I played this knight e6 move, which is a little bit silly. Should go rook here straight away. One line could have been here, b5, counter-attack, and now knight c6 checkmate. That would have been more Morphy-like. That would have been doing it. Morphy played well. His opponents didn't play well. And later on, well, I think I'm always doing all right here. Actually, no, I mean, I'm not. So am I losing here? Apparently I'm losing here. Oh no, computer's all over the shop today. It's all over the shop. Computer doesn't have a clue what it's talking about. And this seems to all be quite easily winning for me. +10. I made a little bit of a meal of it, but it's always good enough. So thank you everyone for tuning in today. We could just see who's going to win this tournament, I suppose. The top 8 players will go through to a playoff. So 7.5, when I was sort of rolling, might have done it had I not had I not thrown away the Mikhalevski one. Who knows? We could have got a roll going. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been great fun. Lots of laughs, lots of good times, and we will do. Shall we raid Kamsky after playing him? That could be quite funny.
Sometimes in chess, there are games that are more slicker than greased weasel poo on a doorknob. And this is one of those games. those games.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it, son.
This is one of those games. Sometimes in chess, there are games that are more slicker than greased weasel poo on a doorknob. And this is one of those games. 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 Sometimes in chess, there are games that are more slicker than greased weasel poo